From the polar bear to the Arctic wolf, these are all Arctic predators explained. Polar bear, the ghost king of the north. An apex predator trapped inside a melting throne. This beast can smell a seal from over 30 kilometers away. That's like sniffing your dinner from another town. Think about that. Your nose picking up the scent of food across an entire city. It weighs up to 700 kilograms, runs faster than most humans, and swims for days without rest. A walking engine of hunger built for one purpose: domination of ice. But here's the irony. The very ice it rules is disappearing beneath its feet. So this lord of the cold now raids human dumps, stalks towns, and hunts desperate seals across thinning floes. Survival has become a gamble. Its white fur isn't actually white. It's transparent, hollow tubes that bend Arctic light like a ghost in the snow. Its skin underneath? Jet black, built to trap every shred of warmth from the pale northern sun. Even its paws are engineered for survival, wide, flat, and covered in fur to distribute weight across thin ice and prevent slipping. A hunter so perfect it became a victim of its own perfection. Because when the ice melts, perfection means nothing. The polar bear is strength incarnate. Raw power wrapped in desperation. But strength isn't the only way to survive the frozen north. Sometimes, the smallest hunter is the smartest. Arctic fox, the silent genius of the tundra. Small, light, and absurdly tough. This creature turns survival into an art form. When winter hits, its fur transforms from brown to pure white. A perfect cloak of invisibility against the endless snow. But this isn't just camouflage, it's insulation. The densest fur of any mammal on Earth, trapping air and heat like a biological thermal blanket. It hunts by sound alone, leaping high and diving face first into the snow to catch hidden prey. Lemmings, voles, anything that rustles beneath the surface. No sight, no mercy, just precision. It survives minus 50 degrees without shivering. Its paws are wrapped in fur, insulated like winter boots. Its nose is a thermal sensor, detecting the faint warmth of prey through layers of ice. And its metabolism? It burns like a tiny furnace, converting every scrap of food into raw energy. Even in total darkness, it hears the heartbeat of a lemming under ice. But the real trick? Strategy. When the polar bear finishes a meal, the fox is already waiting. Stealing scraps, following the giant across miles of ice like a shadow with a PhD in patience. It eats anything. Lemmings, bird eggs, berries, carrion, even seal droppings when times are desperate. It caches hundreds of hidden meals throughout summer, burying them in secret stashes for the brutal winter ahead. And when spring comes, it raises up to 14 pups in a single litter, betting on sheer numbers when the odds are stacked against survival. Cunning, fast, and fearless, the Arctic fox doesn't rule the Arctic. It outsmarts it. And speaking of teeth and cunning, the next hunter doesn't sneak. It charges. Walrus, the heavyweight brawler of the Arctic seas. 2 tons of muscle, blubber, and bad attitude wrapped in wrinkled skin thicker than a leather jacket. Those tusks, not just for show. Each one can reach over a meter long, growing continuously throughout their lives. Weapons for dominance, defense, and pure intimidation. They haul this massive beast out of the ice, anchoring into the frozen edge and pulling thousands of pounds of weight onto solid ground. They stab rivals during mating battles, leaving scars that look like battle medals earned in slow-motion warfare. The walrus doesn't chase its prey. It owns territory. Entire beaches tremble when a herd arrives, the ground shaking under the weight of hundreds of bodies crashing ashore. They roar, shove, and fight like sumo wrestlers in brutal slow motion, fueled by testosterone, rage, and bravado. Males compete for dominance, for mates, for respect. And yet, despite the violence, they're oddly social. Hundreds of them piled together in massive haul-outs, snorting, sleeping, and occasionally biting each other awake when someone gets too comfortable. Underneath the chaos lies strategy. Teamwork when diving for food, hierarchy to maintain order, and survival by sheer numbers. There's safety in the herd. Predators think twice before attacking a mountain of tusked fury. With skin thicker than armor and lungs built for dives lasting up to 30 minutes, the walrus rules the edge between sea and ice. It's a creature built for endurance, intimidation, and survival in one of the harshest marine environments on Earth. But even kings of the shore have challengers. Because deep below, something sharp is stirring. A killer with a single perfect weapon. Narwhal, the unicorn of the Arctic seas. Elegant, silent, and armed with one of nature's strangest weapons. That spiral tusk isn't just decoration. It's not a horn. It's actually a tooth, a massive elongated canine that punches straight through the upper lip and spirals into a 3-meter-long spear packed with millions of nerve endings. It feels pressure, temperature, salinity, even the faint chemical signals in the water. A built-in radar disguised as magic. Scientists still debate its full purpose. Communication, hunting, sensory perception? Maybe all three. Narwhals travel in pods, gliding through the dark Arctic currents like ghosts with sonar. They use clicks, whistles, and pulses to communicate, their voices bouncing through the frozen silence in a language only they understand. But don't be fooled by that calm, graceful exterior. Behind it is a hunter. They dive nearly 2 kilometers deep into the abyss, chasing Arctic cod, Greenland halibut, squid, and shrimp. No light down there. No air. No room for mistakes. They navigate through crushing pressure that would destroy a submarine, holding their breath for over 20 minutes in water so cold it would kill most creatures in seconds. For centuries, sailors thought they were myth. When medieval traders found narwhal tusks washed ashore, they sold them as unicorn horns, proof that magic was real. Turns out they were right about the magic. Just wrong about the species. The narwhal. Beauty, silence, and precision all in one. Up above the frozen waves, another ghost rules the white horizon. This one with wings. Snowy owl, the Arctic's silent sniper. A ghost with wings. Beautiful, precise, and absolutely merciless. Unlike most owls that hunt only at night, the snowy owl is built for the Arctic's endless daylight. It hunts in silence. Its feathers specially designed with soft fringed edges that cancel sound mid-flight. No rustle, no warning, just a shadow falling from the sky like death in slow motion. Those golden eyes can spot a mouse from half a kilometer away, piercing through snow glare and whiteout conditions that would blind anything else. They don't just see movement, they see heat, the faint shimmer of warmth against the frozen tundra. Even the smallest tremor of life beneath snow. And when it strikes, it doesn't miss. Each talon is a curved blade, strong enough to crush bone, fast enough to kill before the prey even has time to look up. This isn't elegance, it's efficiency disguised as grace. The snowy owl isn't a poet of the north, it's a surgeon with wings. Every movement calculated, every dive precise, every strike final. During lean years, it can go days without food, burning through fat reserves while waiting for the next opportunity. But beauty comes at a price. As the tundra warms and prey populations crash, the ghost must travel farther south, fight harder, and adapt faster just to survive. In the Arctic, silence can kill. But the next predator doesn't hide in silence. It howls. Arctic wolf, the phantom of the tundra. Pale as the snow it walks on, silent as the wind that shapes it. The Arctic wolf is the embodiment of patience and precision. It doesn't hunt alone, it hunts in silence together, each wolf a moving part of a single, perfect killing machine. They track caribou across endless plains, reading scents and snow prints like a language only they understand. No spoken commands, no visible leader giving orders. Just instinct, experience, and timing sharper than any blade. Their endurance is absurd. They can run for hours, sometimes days, through howling blizzards without rest, closing the distance inch by inch until the prey collapses from pure exhaustion. No dramatic chase. No chaotic sprint. Just cold, patient persistence. When they finally strike, it's coordinated destruction, One wolf distracts from the front, drawing attention and energy. Another corners from the side, cutting off escape routes. The others move in from behind and take the throat. Clean. Efficient. Final. It's not brutality. It's choreography perfected over thousands of years. And unlike their southern cousins, Arctic wolves have no fear of humans. They've rarely encountered us. So when they do, there's no hesitation, just curiosity and calculated assessment. And in a place where most creatures hide from the cold, where the wind cuts like knives and the temperature kills in minutes, the Arctic wolf thrives. It doesn't fear the storm. It becomes it. The Arctic doesn't forgive weakness, and neither do its predators.